Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Thursday. It's Daryl here. It's 8 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. I hadn't planned on making another video, but I just got back from a 6-mile hike in the rain. I've been thinking about this all morning, and I want to talk a little bit more about Kenosha, but I'm trying to be objective. And what I really want to talk about, even though I am in support of Jacob Blake and his family, but I want to take more of a look at how the police handled this whole situation. I'm no police expert, but I just want to take a layman's look at what I understand happened. All right, let's just say for the sake of argument that Mr. Blake did need to be detained. We'll just go along with that. I'm not arguing about his past or why he was there or any of that. Let's just say, yeah, okay, for whatever reason, he needs to be detained. What I have a problem with is there were at least three to five officers that we saw there, at least. Now, I need to understand why, with all of their training and all of the weapons and instruments and tools at their disposal, that those basically, 5 police officers could not hold on to one average-sized male in his 20s. Why could that not happen? Why did it have to go to the situation it did? And what does that say for the rest of us here in America? I'm not going to argue about people obeying commands from the police or not. What I'm questioning here is why did it have to go to this level of force? Why 5 police officers, at least 3 to 5, fully equipped, fully trained police officers, public safety officials, could not just simply detain one average-sized 21-year-old man without putting 7 holes in him? That's a problem. That is a problem. If you put everything else aside, you put color aside, you put his past, his record, why he was there, why he wasn't there, put all that aside. That's my question. Why did it have to go to this level? It certainly looks like he wasn't armed. Now the ongoing story is that there was something on the floorboard in his car. So if that was the case, he was unarmed. Why couldn't 5 fully trained officers, fully equipped officers, just simply stop one average-sized 20-year-old man, 23-year-old man? What does that say about our current state, the current situation? How does that talk about the safety of the rest of the country? That it has to go to this level. All right. The second thing I want to talk about, of course, is I still can't fathom how the police officers welcomed an underage kid, a child, an armed child, to come help them police the streets during a riot. They saw this kid. I mean, all the pictures. He looks like in his teens. And I'm not going to argue whether he should or shouldn't have had a weapon. He did. It was legal, whatever. But I'm questioning the police officers again. This is all I'm talking about in this video. Is how they handled this. How they handled the situation with Jacob Blake. How it had to go to that level. How 5 officers couldn't simply hold on to one average-sized guy without putting 7 holes in him. And on the reverse side, first they welcome an armed child to come and police the streets with them. Here's some bottled water. Go at it. Go to it. Now, it bothers me even more. Now, they're coming to the call after whatever occurred with Rittenhouse getting in a confrontation and firing shots fired at 2 different instances, from what I understand. One when he was in front of the building, and he ran, and then 2 more. We then see him walking away with his hands up. Now, this is what I've learned since the last video, that he was actually saying out loud, I gotta be careful how I say this, but he was pretty much admitting his actions that just happened out loud with his hands up, with the AR-15 hanging from his shoulders. And they drove by him like he was invisible. Now, once again, I have to assume that the shots that were fired and the situation that those officers were headed, they had that call. They knew what they were going to find, what they were going to take care of. And yet, this kid walks by admitting to it, holding what the officer should have been looking for, and they just ignore him. And then, not only that, but he apparently gets in his car and just drives home and goes to bed. Nice and safe and sound, tucked in his pillow, with his pillow, and nice and safe at home, I assume, with mommy and daddy. After a hard day, we're helping the policeman. Are you kidding me? Then, this is how I understand it next now. He turned himself in to the police. Not only did they not stop him, not only was he allowed to leave that whole area, not only was he allowed to go home, go to bed, go to sleep in his own bed after what happened, because certainly 3 other people didn't go home to their own bed that night. But he went home and slept the sleep of the Trump supporter, the just. And not only that, though, from what I understand now, he turned himself in. I don't know if they even came looking for him. I don't know if they ever would have even arrested him if he didn't turn himself in. These are the questions I have. And Trump supporters wonder why. Why all this protest? Why aren't you angry about this white boy? Why aren't you angry about that? Look at this situation. Look at the two. Just what happened within 2 days of each other. 5 policemen couldn't simply detain one man without putting 7 holes in him. And then on the reverse, a few days later, not only did they allow children to do their job for them, but they just let this suspect walk right by them and go home and go to bed. And apparently not even go looking for him. I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing because it's unbelievable. I'm laughing because people out there are supporting this. At this level, it's you could put the whole color thing aside. What does this say to the safety? What if that 17-year-old boy harmed your family or your family or your family and just went home and went to bed? Because it could happen. It doesn't speak to the safety of the entire country. It doesn't say very much. I think the thing that almost bothers me the worst is that the officers didn't have enough judgment to not only allow a child with a gun to do their job with them or for them, but encourage him and thank him. And people wonder why reform the police? This is why. All right. You guys have a good Thursday. Let me know what you think.